Hello, I'm Brianna. Welcome to my life on paper, where paper and pictures tell my story. Today is the first Saturday of the month, so it's Stamp and Stencil Savvy, and we are stamping journal boxes. I am using this sketch from Lisa Sicorsi's Stamp a Sketch, and as always, I will have that linked below in the description box. This is a picture of Meredith that I quickly put aside, and I'm using this stencil. It is X's and O's. It's one of my favorite, and I pull out it's some Vicky Bouton um, acrylic paint that I have with me, so I'm going to use that. I am still in Florida, so I just have my stash along with part of my stash along with me, and I am going to use this. I think it's called like champagne. Let me see, champagne gold. And I don't usually brush acrylic paint into my stencils, but this worked really well. And I'm just kind of trying to be random, and I don't want it to be perfect necessarily, but want to get a good coat on there. And I'm just going right from the bottle. I'll bring my paper in. This is the paper I'm going to use for the band across, just to see if I have enough or what direction I want to be going in with the stencil. So I'm going to fill that in some more. And as always, um, there's a playlist below that you can check out and see what everybody else is doing with Stamp and Stencil Savvy. Used to be called Stamp It Like It's Hot, but we added stencils to the series, so now it's Stamps and Stencils. I'm going to take that same template, same stencil, and bring it down. I thought about moving it upside down and working on a fresh spot, but I did not want to overlap what I did on the top since it's still wet. So I will keep it the same direction. And I was pretty confident there wasn't any paint on the backside, but when I pull it up, um, I have proven that there is no paint on the backside. The picture is one that Meredith sent to me. She was out with her sister actually, and she had an old fashioned, so she had to show me her old fashioned drink. Um, And then that paper there is from a travel collection. I think it's got like tickets or boarding passes on the other luggage tags, maybe on the other side. But I like the way that it looked with the champagne color, and it was sitting here close to me. So that went one out. At this point, I wasn't sure if I was going to leave my photo as a 4x6 or if I was going to trim it down to like a 4x4 like you see in the sketch. So I'll determine that in a little bit. Make sure I like what I see, and I do. So I will take my ATG adhesive, put it on that scrap of paper, decide that, oop, it needs to be trimmed down a little bit, trim it down, and then lay it down. Now I can start embellishing. So I lay my photo down and kind of decide, it's going to cover up a lot of the stenciling that I just did. So I do trim it down to 4x4, and it does sit nice there on that background piece of paper and doesn't cover up all the stenciling. I brought all of my wood veneer actually with me to Florida, and I have these pieces. I painted them. So I think they're all from the dollar store, and it was like if you picked them up and you held them, you got this brown on your hands. So I ended up taking that same champagne gold that I used on the stencil, and I'm going to use them and I used them on these pieces, and it turned out quite well, if I do say so myself. Now they're kind of big to kind of be laying around the photo, but once I started once I started, I wasn't going to stop, so I wanted to use them. And actually, I thought I had enough for three for each cluster, and you can see I don't. One cluster ends up with one flower and one cluster ends up with two flowers. I'm going to play around with those wood pieces for a while, trying to figure out the best configuration since they are so big. And with the, like daisy looking ones, it's not like they sit nicely next to each other. This sticker sheet, this foam stickers are from Hip Kit Club. I had put in an order. Um, it was Black Friday that I got some things, and so I got some travel things. And the title actually off that sheet says Making Memories. And I like the way it's kind of the background is like a kind of a peachy color like the pattern paper is. So I like the way that went together. And it fits that title fits nicely on you can see right here onto my journal box that I stamped. So nothing exciting about my journal box, guys. I'm hoping other people have much more exciting things, but I have it. Well, I have with me. I have three different journaling boxes I can stamp, and I don't know why, but I never think to use them. So this now, I certainly will remember that I have. Okay, I cut this out of my Cricut. I have a Cricut Joy with me, and it is hops. And originally, I was not using the flowers. I was just going to use a couple of these cut files. Well, it was so delicate it didn't cut out well. So I s- I s- salvaged what I could, and I just take three of the hops out, take the swirlies off, take the leaves off, and I tuck them in three of the clusters to sit with those flowers. In case you are new here and don't know about the sketch that I put in the beginning, Lisa Sikorsky's Scrap a Sketch on Facebook. Like I said, I'll have the link below, and I think she puts out a new sketch like every week. It is free. There is a paid portion where you can join and get exclusive sketches, but I think it's every week that she puts out a new sketch that's available to everyone. And so I'm trying to work my way through. There are close to 150 sketches now, and I think I'm not even halfway through. So I that one big wooden flower at the top has a little portion that was broken, and I was hoping I could kind of get it back together with some paint, and it didn't work, so I tucked it under the photo. So that is why I'm putting all this adhesive tape after the fact under the photo. And I don't know if it was because after the fact or what, but it took a lot of messing around with that before I got it to really pop up all the way. So um, now I am going to again mess around with these wood veneer to kind of get configurations that I like them. I know I like the top, and obviously the left one will turn out okay. But the right side really gives me a hard time because I don't have a lot of room to work with. So I'll go ahead and glue down the bottom cluster and the top cluster and still work on that right cluster. I've been really bad at thinking of questions of the day, so I should stop calling them questions of the day. But I have a question for you. Do you journal on your scrapbook pages? And if you do, when do you do it? Do you do it right away when you're making the page? Um, I would like to get better at that. Um, I was having my husband journal on pages he's very well behind. And then I started to notice, like, he's very good at going, "Oh, we went to the ice cream shop." Well, the picture shows we went to the ice cream shop, so it's very better to say, anecdotes of what happened or maybe even the flavor you got or something. So that's my thing now where I'm gonna try to journal more. And you gotta do it sooner than later because of the way my mind is going, so I forget the little details, the important stuff. So, or maybe the not important stuff. So let me know if you journal, and if you do, are you timely or how that works for you. And gluing these flowers down is really the last part of the layout. I kept it simple, but and the journaling gets a spotlight. The photo definitely gets the spotlight, but the journaling there is very much in your face, maybe. Once I do it, right? Once I do it. So I got to do the journaling, and I'm gluing the hops in, which gives it just a little color, just a little different color there. So, and that will be it as far as the layout for me. So Thanks, guys, for spending some time with me today. I hope you have a fabulous rest of your day, and please come back and see me again soon.